Hi, Amanda. How are you
What's
doing?
up? Just chilling. How are you?
I figured with the new digs and for our audience at home, they're going to notice right away that you're in this totally different setting with this big screen
Yes.
TV in the background. And
Oh,
obviously, you moved into the
yes.
new apartment, huh?
Yep. It's pretty nice. Been dealing with issues, but other than that, it's fine.
Nice. Jealous. As you can see, I am still in the Taylor family man cave and will be here for a while. I've been banished down. It's not bad. It's really nice. I got all my toys down here. I have all my kids' toys too, so it makes it a little weird, but it's fun. So, well, it's good to see you finally. It's been a couple
Been a
weeks. I know since
minute.
we had another little break there. It's okay. It's the middle of summer. We're getting our vacations in before the whole school year starts again, which I'm ready. I'm so ready to start. I just want to get this fall going.
Yeah, I
What about you?
guess.
Nice. Nice, man.
Still need to study for that LSAT. I'm planning on taking it October 3rd, but let's pray.
You'll be great. We'll get some LSAT prep going. I got you covered. Well, we'll talk. We'll talk off the
Hopefully.
podcast. Well, today we are doing a special episode. So we are changing gears a little bit. We've been talking for prospective students for a while, and a lot of it was geared around this upcoming fall. But a lot has changed, and now is really the time that a lot of basically our fall of 21, so students who were juniors in high school and are about to be seniors this fall, it's when they start contacting us and visiting and starting looking at the university. So I really wanted to take an episode here and just talk with you for those students to kind of set them up for success. It's not an easy process, and the pandemic has changed how admissions works in so many different ways. So I thought it would be good if we just took a reset, we stepped back and said, okay, let's talk directly to the fall of 21 students, the students who were high school juniors, are about to be high school seniors this fall. And they're going through everything like we are, but let's try to give them a good start so that at least, even though school might be a little crazy for everybody right now, um, at least we can get them a good start and get them ready for college. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. But gotta ask first, what should a student in the fall of 21, planning to be in the fall of 21, do first?
You're always jumping the gun. You're always getting ready. You're ready to just jump into it. I love it. So, a student for the fall of 21, what should they be doing first? I know it's going to sound weird, but right now, my fall of 21 students, if you're listening to this or watching, Amanda in her new apartment, right? If you're seeing our faces and you have not applied yet, you should be applying right now. All of your friends, all of the students, we're going to start getting a huge wave of applications in September and October and November. And it's so much easier to be first, to be out there. We've started to get applications. We have over 200 applications already from this
Wow.
class. So people are starting to do it, but if you're out there and you're listening to me and you're at all interested in SVSU, you need to you need to apply right away. Now, we've gone test optional at SVSU, so this makes it a little easier for students to apply. But applying early is going to be the key to all that. I know if you go back a couple episodes, we gave some pretty big advice, right? And everybody remembers the one that got the most comments, the advice about remembering that college is the opposite of kindergarten. You want to cut in line, you want to be first. Well,
Yeah.
that goes with applications. So right now is the time to do that, especially with us being test optional. We're just trying to make it easier. We've actually also waived application fees for students, so there's no more cost to apply. It's free. Um,
That's really cool.
yeah, so I mean, it's part of it. We've always had this application fee out there, and it was for us to kind of gauge to make sure students were serious about applying to SVSU.
Hmm.
We know now that if you're going to take the time to do the application, you're going to be serious. So we got rid of this fee. It's no longer there. You don't need a special waiver. You can just go in and start applying.
Wow.
So
That's
I
really
think it's
cool.
important.
It's never too early to apply, but test optional. What exactly does that mean? What? Is that new?
Yes, so that's totally new. And now don't get mad, okay? I'm talking to you as a current student. Get ready. Look at that face. You know it's coming. So, right now, we are able to admit students to the university without having an SAT or an ACT test score. So if a student has just their high school GPA, they apply to the university, right? Right now, right away. Let's do this, right? And they send us their transcripts from their high school. If they have a 2.75 GPA or higher, we're going to be able to admit them to the university right away.
Wow.
It's test optional in that some students have gone out and are taking the SAT or the ACT when available. And if that's the case, we didn't want to uh, leave those students out or punish them in any way. So we are accepting the SAT or ACT, and it can help you. It will definitely help you, but is not a requirement anymore for admission for those students who are above that 2.75. So it's really nice. I mean, if you're out there and you're a student, and you can decide whether or not you want to take the SAT or the ACT. I've been encouraging my students to do it, just because if you do take it, we're not going to penalize you in any way for your SAT or ACT score, but we might be able to help. That might open up some other private scholarship money or other things that are going on. I mentioned scholarships, so here's the big news. Not only are we test optional for admission, but now scholarships are based solely on your GPA. Our academic scholarships are based on your GPA. It used to be you had to have, yeah, look at that face. People are looking at you. I know. Sorry, Amanda. But this is a good thing.
It's
Think about
okay.
what it's good for this. It's good for the students who are coming in. We start at the GPA, we look at the GPA, and we based our scholarship level based on that GPA amount. If students are really interested and want to know what scholarship money might be out there, um, you got to go. I don't want to go through the whole thing here. It'd be really boring if I started giving you the ranges and the money and all that kind of stuff. But I would encourage our students to go out and go to svsu.edu/cost quiz. We've talked about that a lot here on the podcast. But if you go out and you do that, you actually can get a sense. We ask you what your high school GPA is, and it will show you the types of scholarships that you can receive there. So it's really cool. I mean, it's helpful. There is a separate scholarship that is also available for students who plan to live on campus. So we've divided the academic scholarships out, where we have the academic scholarship, and then we have a residential one as well, that has that GPA requirement. So I'm excited because, you know, we tease, but I've been in admissions a long time, right? And I've seen this whole change kind of happen where we have always really put more emphasis on the GPA than the SAT or ACT score. But the SAT or ACT was always a good measure because it could help students. It still can help, right? It's just now it's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah,
And
I
I
would
think,
definitely recommend taking it just so you can get used to like that testing and like in a big room with a lot of people. It's just I mean, it's stressful, but you kind of need to learn how to deal with the stress, I feel like, you know?
yeah, no, you're right. And you're getting ready for another big one, the LSAT, right? You've kind of had
Yeah.
some practice with, see, you've had some practice by taking your SATs a long, long time ago since you're so old. Um, so, but it's again, we want to do what's best for the students, and because of the pandemic and everything that's happening, we've taken a lot of time to do the research behind this to make sure that we're still being fair to students and providing a good opportunity for them. In everything that we've seen has shown us that we're ready, we can do this. That's why SVSU is one of the few schools that went full in on test optional. You're going to see a lot of the universities who will be somewhat test optional, but they're still going to tie scholarship money or other provisions to the SAT or ACT.
Hmm.
We said, hey, that's not fair to our students. We want the best for them, so we're going to offer them this whole range, and I think it's going to be good. I really do. I'm excited because it's going to be a little more work on my office's end, which is okay. We can handle it, right? We'll do whatever is best for the student, but it's going to be better for those students out there. So it's going to take away one of those barriers in earning extra scholarship money or getting everything you need to get fully admitted. Like let's take one of those away, especially in times like these. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I think the new scholarship structure is going to be cool.
So
There's still not a Nick Taylor scholarship out there yet. I've been lobbying it for 10 years, and one of these times it's going to happen. Don't worry.
oh boy. Well, what about like all the other financial aid? Because I know, like I told you a little bit earlier today, I was dumb and didn't do my financial aid on time. And so, what about like all that other financial aid?
Yeah, no, that's a good question, and I won't make fun of you too much because I've already chastised you. You have like direct access to somebody who can help, but yet you
I know.
refuse that. Okay, we'll forgive that until later, and I'll make fun of you some more for it. But so for the other financial aid, what's nice is the test optional isn't going to affect that at all. So we're still going to offer, the federal and the state government is still going to offer their full slate of financial aid um, as far as we know, right? SVSU is still really committed to ensuring that students with financial need can find access to the financial aid that they need. So we are still going to offer our SVOG grant. That SVOG grant is right now, I can tell you for this upcoming fall, 2 out of every 3 students who are coming to SVSU in the fall are eligible for this grant. So it's not like it's something that not a lot of people get. Um, it is totally based on EFC and your financial aid records. So you have to do your financial aid on time. Hint, hint. Talking to you. You
Okay.
have to do your financial aid and you have to fill out those forms and get that. But what's nice is these new scholarships are going to be there and you're still going to be able to stack. We always talked about stacking when we talk about financial aid on here. We're
Mhm.
still going to be able to stack SVOG on top of that, look at private scholarships. That's one area I failed to mention earlier. One thing about being test optional, we do have a very, very nice private scholarship. The Thompson scholarship is a private scholarship that there's a good number of those that will still have an SAT component. So if you're a student out there, you're asking, why should I take the SAT? Well, I've got private scholarship money out there that still can be tied to that SAT score. And that's a great scholarship to have. I don't want to go into too many of the details, but that can be up to, $4,000 or $5,000 a year in a private
Wow.
scholarship. Yeah,
That's
it's an
like
amazing.
class. That's your classes are paid for with that.
I mean, it's pretty significant. So that's why I think it's important. Students kind of weigh all their options. I also think it's important you talk to us about those because everybody's going to be different. Everybody's going to be a little bit different in what's out there and available to them. So we got to figure it all out for you.
That's cool. So, where and how can a student get their questions answered? Would they come to the admissions office, or who would exactly should they be talking to?
Great question. So here's where fall of 21 students. Here's their checklist, right? Number one, they got to apply. Get the application done. Do it right away. Number two, I want to meet with you. So whether it's you signing up for our virtual valley visits, we offer 2 of those a week. They're seminars, online seminars where you get to meet with an admissions rep and a current student. And as a group, you see a small presentation, but then really it's set up to be a question and answer with those people. So you can get a lot of those questions answered right there. Or, some people aren't comfortable with that. They'd rather just talk to someone one on one, like you and I sitting here chatting. Um, those are also available virtually online. We are offering for fall of 21 students. So, again, students who are going into their senior year of high school right now, we are able to offer very limited number of on-campus tours. All of this information can be found at svsu.edu/visit. And at visit, you can actually sign up for any of those, which is important. The on-campus tours are nice. We're being very careful because we're only going about 14 days out. We can only offer about 4 of them a day, so they do tend to fill up pretty
That's
quickly.
still a lot, though.
Yeah, it's really nice because again, part of our Cardinal Nest plan, the return to campus, we're following a lot of the CD or all of the CDC guidelines, and we're making sure that not only our visitors but our students and staff are all remaining healthy and in a safe environment. So those on-campus visits are a little different. We have you fill out, and then in your confirmation, we tell you where to park, and then somebody comes and meets you at your car.
That's
We
cool.
make sure you have your mask, and then we actually start the presentation, the tour right from your car, and we take you on a day in the life of a cardinal. So those are really nice. Those do fill up, but I want students, if you want to come and check it out, that's the best way possible right now. Um, Still, though, I think it's easiest, if you're let's say you're a fall of 21 student out there and you just kind of don't know where to start. You're kind of interested in SVSU. You're listening or watching this podcast because, somebody told you about it and it'd give you a good start. Apply and then attend one of those virtual Valley visits. From there, you might decide, hey, this is really cool. I really liked it so far. Now let me go sign up and go and visit, right? And you'll start to move down the road to being successful here on campus. So those are the best ways to do it. And I think it's important, as a student, I want you to get on there, get started, and we can get you ready. We're here to help. The world is crazy right now, right?
Yep.
we,
Yes, it
we were
is.
just talking about the world is crazy. Everybody, high schools are doing something different, whether it's hybrid or online or in person. We're watching what's happening all over the place. But I think the one thing is important is the world may be crazy, but it's not stopping. Kyle, your opportunity to go to a university, your opportunity to become what you want to become, Madam President, your your opportunity to do those things um, is still going to be there. So even though things are crazy, let's not pump the brakes too hard. Let's continue on and get the help that we need. Visit visit with me virtually. Um, get the application in and let's start the process. Like it's time. It's here. We're ready and we're able to help. So um, we don't know what the future holds, right? None of us do, but let's plan for all of it and let's get those things going. I really worry. One of my biggest worries in all of this pandemic stuff, even for students like you, Amanda. Okay, my worry is that you're going to put your future on hold, or you're going to put things off because you think that the world has stopped, right? And nothing is happening. Well,
Yeah, I've definitely like felt that way, especially with like my LSAT stuff. But I gotta really get out of that um, space of mind for sure.
yeah, it's not stopping. It's here, and there's lots of us that are here to help. So let's just get the ball rolling. Let's do it. You know, I think that's my biggest concern, but also my biggest point for those of you that are out there listening and watching Amanda and I. Let's move. Let's do this. Even if it's not SVSU, we're going to be able to help. And I just want to make sure that people are aware that we can do that. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Nice. I think, we've kind of exhausted this topic. We're getting in there. I think it's time for Nick's irreverent question of the day.
Oh God.
I still don't have good graphics in there. So, irreverent question. You're in the new digs, the new apartment. I'm going to leave that alone until I could really study the background, figure out what's going on and everything.
Yeah, I gotta
But
decorate some more still.
yeah, you got a sign on the ground over there by your door, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah. It says breathe because sometimes I forget.
Oh, there's so much there. There's so much there. Um, so irreverent question of the day. I know, there's some time wasting happening. I got to know from you because I can only picture. Are you TikTok? Are you YouTube? Or are you an Amazon shopper? Which one's happening right now for you? because I have my
Okay.
theories behind it. See
So
what
I
I mean
don't
by
have a TikTok.
I don't believe. Well,
If I'm watching TikTok, I'm on YouTube watching TikTok. So I would say YouTube and Amazon are like a good mix because I've also bought this thing. This is called a micro mister, and it's just like a little facial steamer. It's so nice. Everybody should have one of these. I'm
I'm
serious.
I'm
Life would
I
be
don't know if you
better.
can see the disappointment in my face, but obviously the Amazon algorithms have you pegged and will get you to buy so many more things here in the future.
Oh yeah, if
I'm
they
sure.
keep coming out with stuff like this. I also bought a 50 pack of scrunchies that I know I'll probably only use like 3 of them. So if you need a scrunchie, let me know.
I think I have my answer. So not the TikTok and really not the YouTube. It's the Amazon shopping,
It's the
right?
Amazon shopping. I also bought this cool little trash can
See,
for my
look, more
room.
stuff.
It's got the
Yep.
little foot pedal on it. I think it's really cool. I don't know. I have a shopping problem.
I weep for your charge card future. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh, me too. Me
Awesome.
too.
Well, thank you. I will wholeheartedly admit I fell down the TikTok rabbit hole once, and I was putting my daughter to sleep one night, and her bedtime's like right around 8 o'clock. Rocked her, got her just to sleep, and before I laid her down in her crib, I opened up TikTok, and the next thing I knew, it was midnight. So I'll never let that
You
happen
better
again.
get that in before they delete that app.
Yeah, don't get me started. All
It's gonna
right.
be a
Well,
sad day.
Amanda, it was awesome to see you again. Take care of yourself, and
Yep, wash your hands.
yes, wash your hands. And for our students out there, we will all hopefully see you very, very soon. Take care.
See ya.